I am not happy. Hey guys, it's MJ from Endless RVing, the channel that brings you the best in RV DIYs, product reviews, RV tours, and so much more. If you're new to the channel, we invite you to subscribe below, hit that notification bell, and if you're back for another video, we thank you for joining us. If your feelings get hurt easily or you do not want to hear the truth from a trained professional, I highly recommend clicking off now. And make sure to stay to the end for a very important bonus tip. So today, guys, I'm going to talk to you about 6 things that I feel dog owners, RV dog owners, should never do. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, many of you know that I am a trained professional, okay? So I am an educated and certified canine behavior consultant. I've owned my own business, training and behavior modification for the last almost 10 years now. So I have a lot of experience with this, and there's so many things I'm seeing at campgrounds and parks that are driving me insane. And I guess I just have to share it with you. I want to hear from you if these same things drive you nuts. Number 1, don't leave your dogs tied up outside your RV. If you're there, if you're not there, if your dog can't handle it. We just got back from a trip recently, and I was walking my dogs around a loop, and every time we would pass this one site, this black lab would charge us. Now, they were tied up. It doesn't matter. When dogs see another dog charging them, even if they're friendly like ours are, it's not fair, all right? And they get nervous, right? So if you have the type of dog that can't handle seeing other dogs walk by, don't leave them out there. I don't leave our dogs being outside because they're just nosy. If we're out with them, great. If not, they're inside relaxing in the air conditioning. But this dog was charging us and got our guys all worked up. Not good. If you're dealing with a reactive dog and a dog that really freaks out in seeing other dogs, you're going to have a problem on your hands, and that's just not something that you want to do. So keep those dogs inside if they can't handle being outside. There are many dogs that we see that can handle being outside. They're laying there, they pick their head up when you walk by, and they're happy. Those are the kinds of dogs that we want to be lounging outside. If you don't have one of those, I really recommend keeping your dog inside if you can't be there with them for every second that they're there. Number 2, off-leash dogs. Off-leash dogs that are running around campgrounds. Oh my God. Stop. If you have one of these, I don't care if your dog is friendly. Somebody else may have a dog that is not fond of having a dog running at them. It's not fair. And again, if your dog is friendly, great, but that doesn't mean everybody else's dog is friendly and wants this intruder running into their face. On-leash dogs can get upset by that. You could have kids that might be afraid of dogs. It's not fair to put other people in a position that makes them uncomfortable just because you don't want to keep your dogs on a leash. Keep your dogs on a leash. Number 3 is retractable leashes. Everybody take your retractable leash and throw it out, please. They're so dangerous for so many reasons. Number 1, you don't have control of your dog, all right? Number 2, the dog doesn't learn how much length of a leash they have. When you walk a dog on the same length of leash, 6 foot or whatever, they learn, oh, this is how far I can go, and they know when to come back and that kind of thing. With those retractables, they don't have a sense of that, all right? Dogs can be tactile learners, so they don't know. Is it 6 feet? Is it 12 feet? There's no control. They're dangerous. The dog can run off into traffic. The dog can, again, get out of your control and run up to a child that might be afraid of dogs. There's just no control with that. Please use a standard leash. Number 4 is bar collars, shock collars, e-collars. You'll hear them kind of called all different things. I don't recommend using those. I see on Facebook and all these groups all the time, you know, I've been using this for years and I'm a vet tech and I use this and if you studied the science behind how animals learn, you will know that shocking them is not going to produce positive long-term results. It'll stop the problem right then and there, but the side effects that can come from that, okay, where they're getting shocked, okay, so maybe they're stopping the barking, but now you're creating fear and aggressive tendencies as a side effect of that. They're really risky. Don't do it. There's tons of scientific research behind this, along with the years of experience that we've seen working with dogs that have had this, and now we have to undo the damage and then replace new positive behaviors as well. There are so many other ways to deal with barking dogs, and I am going to link a video right up here where we did talk about barking dogs and ways to deal with them. Can the shock collars. Number 5 is please don't put your dog in your RV unless it's a motorhome, okay? If you're putting your dog in a trailer or a fifth wheel while you're driving it, you're asking for problems. God forbid you get into an accident and that RV tips over or something. You have no control over what's going to happen to your pet while they're inside. Take them with you in your truck, have somebody else drive along, keep them in a car, whatever. Don't put your dogs in an RV unless it's a motorhome. And number 6 is pick up your poop. We don't want your giardia. We don't want your other bacteria that you want to share around. We don't want to step in it. We don't want our kids stepping in it. Take bags and pick up your poop. When you go shopping, collect all those bags that you put your food in, the plastic bags, and bring them with you. They sell the rolls of dog bags, whatever. And please, please, please be considerate of others and pick up your dog's poop. Here's my bonus tip. This is kind of hard to swallow, I'm sure, for some people, but don't force your dog to be a camper if they don't want to be. I read a lot of times there are people on social media, they're saying that they're trying this and they're trying that, and dogs have severe separation anxiety and they're barking the whole time and they're just absolutely miserable when they're camping. They're shaking, they're just experiencing large amounts of stress. Maybe it's time to accept the fact that your dog does not want to camp. And this is not, every dog, but there are dogs that it's not for them, and that's okay. So getting a relative perhaps to babysit the dog when you're away, or putting the dog in a good boarding facility or things like that, is going to alleviate that stress for them and make it easier on you. None of us likes to see our pets suffer. Sometimes, like I said, dogs are just not cut out for this, and that's all right, and we can help them through it and give them another option. So I hope you enjoyed these. I had to vent a little bit. We were on a recent trip and there were just so many of these things. I couldn't believe that were going on with people and their dogs. And I, as I said, with my background, I think I'm a little more heightened, a little more sensitive to it. And if you agree with me, great. If you don't, again, that's fine. Take what you like and leave the rest. Put in the comments below. Tell me, have you seen these things happening at campgrounds? I'm sure you have. How have you dealt with any issues that you've had with your dog? I'd be happy to hear them. So to the left, we're going to put our RV dog videos and our RV DIYs. And from myself and Izzy, who's working right now, we thank you guys for watching. See you on the road.
Spending time reminiscing.